And recent dog attacks have reignited calls for strict regulation of dog ownership in Ghana. In the last year alone, 2 children have been killed by dogs in Reputable and Sinya. George Queenan in this report explores some of the responsible ways to maintain the great companionship of dogs.
Increasing problem in Ghana in recent years, with an alarming number of incidents leading to serious injuries and in some cases even deaths. On July 2, at Reputable, a suburb of Kumasi, 2 bulldogs attacked and killed an 8-year-old boy in an attempt to feed them at his family's residence. His grandmother and elder brother, who tried helping, were equally attacked. The police came in and shot the dogs. A similar incident occurred at Sinya, where a rabid dog attacked 8 children and killed 1. I am here at Kaso Pekuma to meet a dog breeder who specializes in Rottweilers. The good thing is there's a caution, even though I'm aware that there are dogs in the house. But how many houses with dogs in them have cautions like this to inform visitors? Dog breeding started as a passion for him in 2009 after he inherited his grandfather's collection of 3 local dogs. Currently, he specializes in Rottweilers, which is now his source of livelihood. Peter is aware of the unfavorable headlines in the popular media about this particular breed. For a breed that carries a rough reputation, venturing into it came with lots of research and dedication. According to Dog Training 101 by Cesar Damba, the guardian instinct of Rottweilers are strong. Neglect or abuse will create an extremely dangerous animal.
You know, the dogs are like blank slates. We teach them what to do. Knowingly and unknowingly, we teach them how to react or act. So then I'd like to blame us that we lack some form of dog education as individuals in this part of the world. And that is why the recent attacks have been rampant.
For him, responsible dog ownership starts with proper training and socialization at a young age.
Maybe the child feeds the dog every day, fine. But maybe on that particular day, there was something that was being fed that one dog liked over the other. And then maybe that I'm not privy to what happens. I'm just giving possibilities. Or, like you saw my dog, some of them react to the ball very, very, very well. Others are indifferent about the ball. So then that's another trigger.
This very room here has been dedicated to female dogs in their gestation period. What I mean is dogs that are pregnant. And it takes someone who understands and appreciates dogs to know how to even calm them down during this period. A reason air conditioners have been fixed in this room. Peter tells me a number of his clients have had their fair share of dog attacks after they failed to train them.
Most dog breeds are not for first-time dog owners. So then I advise that anyone looking to buy a dog, if possible, deal with a trainer. I mean experienced trainers. Because they'll be able to look at the dog, test the dog and tell you if this dog would suit the kind of energy you have in your house.
Nana and Emmanuel Yabua are siblings who have visited Peter's kennel to own a breed for themselves. But what went into their decision to acquire Rottweiler?
When you find yourself in an environment where you feel like it's not safe, then you think of getting a dog or company. So yeah, the first thought is protection. But I've read stories where people have to shoot their dogs and all of that. So it's still dangerous. If you're not careful, no matter how the dog gets familiar, you can end up being bitten.
While dog attacks are not unique to Ghana, they have garnered significant attention worldwide due to their potentially devastating consequences. On January 7, former Zambia international Philemon Mulala 60 was mauled to death by his 3 pet dogs in the garden of his South African home. In the UK, for instance, both ownership and breeding of pit bulls were banned by the 1991 Dangerous Dog Act in response to a series of incidents involving vicious, often unprovoked attacks by this particular breed on humans. Kevin Ejedako is a British journalist who is concerned about dog ownership, and he tells me there are calls for more legislation by Brits.
In the last 5 years, there's been a 34% increase in dog attacks in the UK, which obviously is quite worrying. A total of 39 people have sadly lost their lives to dog attacks in the past decade over here. Following all these, there's been calls for the Dangerous Dog Act, which bans the ownership of certain dogs like the Pit Bull Terrier to be reviewed. So I think it's important for countries to introduce rules and laws that governs the ownership of dogs, because let's be honest, some of them can actually really be out of control.
Although some countries have developed robust legislation on dog ownership, Ghana's current legal framework falls short in terms of establishing clear guidelines for responsible ownership, licensing and enforcement of penalties for negligent owners.
Now, many people buy dogs and they bring to the hospital, you ask them, they said they have been told it's pure breed. Then later we get to know it's not a pure, it's a mix, and the people are being deceived. People import into the country without passing through the right route, and we are seeing funny breeds around, and we are pushing that the Animal Health Bill 2021 at the Attorney General level will go very fast and help to solve all these issues.
The Veterinary Services Directorate recommends that prospective owners thoroughly research the breeds of dogs they wish to bring into their homes, and if at all possible, hire professional trainers to handle the animals.
There are breeding facilities who are into that. That if you want a list, you can get to veterinary service, veterinary council can release list. Or when you get to the nearest breeding, ask them whether they are being registered. So in case you have an issue, you can report to veterinary council and they can take them on in these issues. Currently, a quack is being taken by veterinary council into the court, and the process is being worked to get the person punished.
Some of these pets may come in handy while driving along the street. It will be useful to know which breed to buy for your home. George Quenin, TV3 News, Accra.
We all need to be very responsible in raising. Do you have dogs?
No, I don't. But I know that man's best friend can also be man's worst enemy.
Right. You know, Portia always has a quote up her sleeve, right? Okay, we're taking a quick break. We'll be back with more on News 360. Stay with us.